2 memory blocks remain, as of which we have now done memory block 5, so let's get started with memory block 6. Not going to waste too much of your time, I'm just going to get on with this my way, and also mute myself for the next cutscene. The following morning.
Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't
what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
The point, I suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said? Nothing is true?
Everything is permitted.
Yes, exactly. It's part of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
Touché, Mr. Miles. Now that I've answered your question, can we begin?
So, officially, it is now time for us to focus on our final assassination target on this memory block, and that official target is called Robert de Sable. But there are a couple of other things we'll need to do first before we go chasing after Robert, because technically what we need to do...
Whenever you're ready, just select the memory you'd like to visit.
Well, Lucy, I know it's going to be this one, so... yeah, let's just get going. But yeah, officially, this is where we will now take down our final assassination target, and also our ultimate goal, Robert de Sable. But there are a couple of other things we need to do before we get to that. And as for the Templars, well, I'll take care of those in my own time, but as for everything else, I will showcase those. Anyways, cutscene time.
My student, we have much to discuss. We are close, Altair. Robert de Sable is now all that stands between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure, and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The Peace of Eden is temptation given form. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
No, Altair. How can you not see when you're the one that opened my eyes to this?
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood. to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison, and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then, to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way, through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend you strength. Go, Altair. It's time to finish this.
Okay, so we have now gained even more sword expertise, and along with that we also have extra throwing knives, as of which our throwing knives now increases from 10 to 15. And officially, I don't know if the martial arts teacher is going to give us anything else to do, but I'm pretty sure it does not need to be done. I've already attempted to do every fighting maneuver I can do, I think. I don't think there's any others, as far as I'm concerned. I will have to go back and check, but I'm pretty sure there isn't any others. So, I'm just going to head over to Jerusalem, which ultimately is where Robert de Sable will be located, but there will be a couple of other things we'll need to do in between before we kill him. So we are now into the closing stages of the game, but again, whilst Robert de Sable may be our final assassination target on Al-Mualim's list, there is going to be a plot twist in all of this. And I have already seen the ending of the game, so I know what that is, but again, because I want to prove I can be secretive, I'm not going to reveal what that is until we have officially made it all the way over to where he actually is. So, riding for Jerusalem, Altair, the lone stealth blood ranger, is now riding hard over to Jerusalem. And I did mention before there are a couple of other things that need to be taken care of as well. The Templars, of course, being one of the main ones, but there are a couple of other things as well as that, which I should mention.
Remember to reach out for ledges should you fall while climbing.
Okay. Let's try and see if the game loads. Hopefully it will. And since I am going to be in the middle district of Jerusalem anyway, I figure it would be a wise decision for me to go and get the viewpoints before I officially do anything else. And so, as well as that, of course, we will also be speaking to Malik, who is the man in charge of the bureau here in Jerusalem. I have now managed to just nudge the walking people a little bit. I don't think I really hurt them too badly, so that's one good thing that comes out of this. And so, what I'm going to do now is blend in with the scholars so I can surpass the guards. And there are a couple of things that need to be done before we can officially get on with killing Robert, because apparent as it might be, for this segment, or at least in the Middle District of Jerusalem, there is going to be a funeral for Majd Adin. Literally the man who was our previous assassination target here in Jerusalem. The first one, of course, being Talal. All the way back at segment number 11, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because, well, I did, of course, put the citizen rescues along with the citizen rescues in their own segments. And yes, there are a couple of things we will need to do first, but first and foremost, we must speak with Malik, since that is going to be one of my primary objectives whilst I am here. Let's now speak with Malik.
Safety and peace, Altair.
Upon you as well, brother.
Seems fate has a funny way with things.
So it's true then. Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. If he's here, it's because he intends ill. I won't give him the chance to act.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where, these things remain out of reach.
Crusaders and Saracens working together?
They are none of these things, but something else. Templars.
The Templars are a part of the Crusader army.
Or so they'd like King Richard to believe. No, their only allegiance is to Robert de Sable and some mad idea that they will stop the war.
You spin a strange tale.
You have no idea, Malik. But tell me where they've been seen. I should be after him before he slips away.
3 places I can say for certain. West of here, near both a guard tower and a hospital. And to the southwest, at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. See what you can learn. I will do the same.
I'll be quick as I can.
Stay safe, my friend.
Okay, let's now get our viewpoints. So, we've been to both the rich district and the poor district here in Jerusalem. All we have to do now is head for the middle district, which is all the way over here. And well, it is fair to say Altair has now become a wiser man than he was at the start of this game, so he is clearly not the arrogant and cocky little shit we believed him to be at the start of the game. He has definitely been learning things for the better, and it is fair to say he now understands what the purpose of the Brotherhood really is. And I am now into the other parts of Jerusalem. There is a Jerusalem cross there, but I'm going to try my hardest not to collect it immediately because, well, that could clearly be detrimental if I do. Hopefully that will not be the case, and all I have to do now is just try and make it so I'm able to walk away from the beggars. And I think someone is going to expose me in a minute. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to drop down. Okay. That's not what I had in mind. Really have no idea what the idea is, but somehow that just had to happen, I guess you could say. Okay, I'm gonna have to walk away from this. I'm gonna have to try my hardest to escape. Okay, trying to escape. Trying my hardest to escape these guards, because I do not want them to cause anything major. Come on, get in, get in. Okay, I am in. I have narrowly escaped the guards. Okay, they are away. All I need to do now is figure out how to reach that viewpoint. And yes, I do now know which viewpoint must be accessed. I also know very well there's a guard somewhere who needs to be killed before I re-attempt this. Because I know very well if I don't, then I will basically be dead. So let's see. Okay, he is right there, so I'm really going to have to be careful here if I'm going to pull this off. Something tells me this is not going to be easy. He is right there. He's getting closer. And there he is. I'm just going to kill him. Say sod it. So I'm just going to kill this other one now. See where he is. See where he's at. I'll also try and see if I can aim for him somewhere. Okay. Well, I know it's going to be harder for me to obtain these viewpoints, but at least I can say I'm trying. So let's try and see if I can do something that will make me not easily noticeable. Or hopefully not easily noticeable. But yeah, the throwing knives now extends from 10 to 15 as our maximum number of throwing knives, which oddly enough is the number of throwing knives we had originally from the start of this game, before it happened, before the whole shebang happened, I guess you could call it. And just getting my first viewpoint, trying to see if I can get it done. And how many viewpoints do we have here in the Middle District? We have 7 viewpoints in the Middle District, as far as I'm concerned. And we do also have a bunch of citizens who also need to be saved, but I'm not going to take care of those until later on in this game. And there's a guard right there. I'm just going to use a throwing knife just to get rid of him, because if I don't, then he will shoot me. I know very well these guards are not afraid to use those bows. So I am now making this viewpoint number 2. And in the space of the last 2 minutes, I have officially made 2 out of 7 viewpoints. And so, let's now head over to our next viewpoint, which is somewhere over here, I think. Of course, I know very well there are a bunch of citizens we will also need to save. There might also be some Templars that need to be killed as well in the process whilst we are here, but again, I said before I will get on with those in my own time. I'm not rushing that, I just want to get that done in my own time. There's also a pickpocket mission there apparently, so at least I can say that proves we are making some progress. Although, dependent on knowing if this will be for better or worse remains to be seen. But let's try and see what happens. And I'm gonna try and see what this window will do. Okay. Yep, there are guards here. There are guards around here somewhere. Okay. I really do hope she does not throw rocks at me, because if she does, then I will be mad. I have every reason to be here, in fact. Now, can I make it somewhere over? Where is that other guard? The other guard is around. There's another guard around here somewhere. Yep, okay. This is not gonna be easy. There's a chance. There's a definite chance I can claim this viewpoint. It just depends on knowing if I am capable of not off-putting the guards whilst I'm here. Which I think is the main thing that needs to be accomplished whilst I'm here. Just gonna try and climb these walls. Okay. That's all I need to do. Just need to climb up the wall and hope nothing, and hope nothing, and hope nothing obscene happens. Although I'm pretty sure that will happen anyway, but as long as I can say I've obtained the viewpoint, then what have I got to lose? Well, just gonna get it over and done with right before one of the guards decides to launch their bow at me. There's also a guard march I see right underneath me. So it took me two failed attempts to figure that out, but then once I figured I was needing to blend in and not end up seeing myself being a part of the ignorance and violence. All I need to do is just blend in here, make it past these guards, and make it so one of them does not notice me, and I really need to try and make it past these guards. And, okay. Thankfully, there are not any serious guards here. Or not any suspicious guards. Well, all guards are suspicious, but not any guards of awareness whilst I'm here. Well, that's my nearest one, so this is probably the best option I have. of reaching the flags. Although I'm pretty sure there are going to be a couple more guards that will end up coming after me in just a couple of minutes. But I have 3 viewpoints, and
You are not supposed to be here. Leave.
there we go. That's both of them. Both of those guards are down, and hopefully there will not be any others. I am so glad to be out of Acre, because, well, those 2 Tonic Knights were a bunch of real mean bastards. But, anyways, moving on, because I can. 4 of our 7 viewpoints have now been collected, and I think I'm just going to do them in some sort of order whilst I'm here. And just going to escape these guards by just heading over here and making sure that nobody else is suspicious over my tactics. And just taking care of him. And I'm gonna have to head over here. Someone did see me, but at the very least I can say I've got 15 throwing knives this time and not 10. So at least it means I have enough to take care of at least a couple of guards, and there's a Templar right there. And think I'm gonna go around this one. I can see him right there, but I am not going to take care of him now, because, like I said before, I will take care of those in my own time. So what I need to do now is just... Okay. Apparently that's not gonna work. Oh, there's a guard march heading right towards me. Okay. Well, I'm gonna head over here. Just to try and see if I can escape the presence of these guards. And just taking care of him because I want to. All I need to do now is just figure out how to get to the top.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Hopefully. And just need to get up a little bit higher, and then hopefully... Oh, fuck me! I was not high enough. Fuck! I knew there was going to be another one somewhere. I was just waiting for it. Oh well. Oh, okay. Never mind. Okay, this time it's taken care of.
They're getting better and better at slipping away.
I am in fact. I'm also getting better and better at killing you. I'm also getting better and better at killing more people like you. Because you had to put me off. But at least I can say I know where the viewpoint now is. So, took care of the archer who shot me previously, and... Okay, I'm gonna have to take care of him. Easily taken care of, pretty much. I am at the top of the rook, and so... that should now put us up to 5 of the 7 viewpoints now in our grasp. And we still have another 2 viewpoints remaining, as of which the penultimate viewpoint is all the way down there. That is where I shall head. There's also a couple of guards here I'll need to take care of. Had to take care of both of those, because if I didn't they would have exposed me. And now I shall head over here, whilst also scaring the fucking living daylights out of the citizens. Because I do that. Well, I do it very inconsistently, but yeah, it's what I do. At least I can say I know what it is I must do. And so, that is now officially the obtaining of our penultimate viewpoint now, and all I have to do now is get down to the final viewpoint, which is all the way down here. So, not too far from here, I should be able to gain the viewpoint from here, and I can tell which one is the interrogation mission because, well, he is speaking very loudly. Or at least, from my TV, he is speaking very loudly. But, anyways, I know now where I must head.
Is there a reason for him to do that?
There is a perfect reason for me to do that. There is a perfect reason for me to do this. For your information, or FYI.
Please, can't you spare something?
Let's now get this fucking thing. Whatever the hell it is. And there we go. That is now all of our viewpoints obtained in Jerusalem. So that's every single viewpoint now obtained in each one of our locations. And so, all I shall do now is end off the segment. So you'll notice there is an additional memory here, and ultimately that does refer to Robert de Sable. Of course, I'm not going to get down to that yet because as I said before, there are a couple of other things that need to be done first, and saving the citizens will be the first one. Excuse me. Saving the citizens will come first. And so, let us do that.